Hello everyone, Bob here, and welcome to this 007 debriefing. Today we're going to talk about the second James Bond film, From Russia with Love. This film came out in 1963, and it was directed by Terrence Young. The producers decided to adapt this film second because JFK listed this book as one of his top 10 favorite books of all time. Plot follows Bond as he is a pawn in a trap set by Spectre. The plot is meant to eliminate him, and also for the criminal organization to acquire a Lector decoding device. Connery picks up right where he left off. In fact, he is on a date with Sylvia Trench the first time we see him, and Sylvia Trench is, of course, the lady he met playing in the casino at the beginning of the first film. From Russia with Love was also the debut of Desmond Llewellyn as Major Boothroyd, also known as Q. He is the gadget keeper for the James Bond franchise, and Llewellyn would go on to play this part for 17 entries. Veteran actor Robert Shaw makes an excellent assassin in this as he plays Red Grant. Overall, this is a fun spy film and a very solid entry into the franchise. I'm going to give this film a final rating of 8 out of 10. Ali Kerim Bey is the MI6 station chief in Istanbul. He is portrayed by Pedro Armendariz. I may have said that wrong. If I did, I apologize. Unfortunately, this was Pedro's final role. He had terminal cancer, and not long before this film premiered, he committed suicide. In this film, he does a very solid job of portraying the station chief, and he makes a solid ally for Bond. Tatiana Romanova is a girl who is unwittingly used in Spectre's plot to acquire the Lecter and eliminate Bond. She's portrayed by Daniela Bianchi. She thinks she's working for the Russian government, and she doesn't realize that Rosa Klebb, who we'll talk about here in a little bit, has defected from SMERSH to Spectre. Tatiana doesn't find out the truth until the end, at which time she has fallen in love with 007. Okay, the big bad in this early part of the franchise, Ernst Stavro Blofeld. In this film, he's only referred to as number one, and you don't actually find out his name is Blofeld until You Only Live Twice. In this film, he is portrayed by Anthony Dawson, and he was from Dr. No. He played Professor Dent. In this film, the one you basically, you don't ever see his face. You just see the back of his chair, and you see he's stroking a white cat. Rosa Klebb, who I had mentioned a little bit ago as defecting from SMERSH to Spectre, and she's famous perhaps when at the end she's dresses as a maid to come in and try to take the Lecter, and she's famous for having the wearing the poisonous shoe where she attacks Bond, and she of course is ultimately shot and killed by Tatiana. Kronstein is referred to as number 5 in the Spectre organization. He's the one that developed the trap for Bond and the plan that was also meant to acquire the Lecter. When the plan fails, he ends up being killed with the same designed poisonous shoe that Rosa Klebb tries to kill Bond with. Walter Gotell, who would later go on to play General Gogol later in the franchise. He has a bit part in this film. He runs a Spectre training facility. The vital statistics in this one: Bond himself kills 4. That brings the Connery Bond kill total up to 9. Ali Karim Bey has 3 kills himself. Red Grant, the Spectre assassin played by Robert Shaw, he has 7 kills in this one. And then Tatiana Romanova kills 1, being Rosa Klebb. The song From Russia with Love is sung by Matt Monro, and it is just an instrumental version at the beginning during the opening credits. The actual version that where you hear Matt Monro singing the song is at the very end of the film. Bond himself is not actually in the pre-credit sequence in this film. Instead, it is a training session for Red Grant, be Robert Shaw's character. Yes, there is someone that they lead you to thanks Bond, but it turns out it's someone just dressed up like Bond, and he's wearing a mask to make him appear as 007, sort of like what happens in the Mission Impossible films. Well, that's all I've got for this review. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give it a like. Please consider subscribing to this channel. Follow me on Facebook or Twitter. I try to have new content up daily. It doesn't always work that way, but that's my ultimate goal. I hope you enjoy this as we move through the 007 franchise. Goldfinger's next, if you're unfamiliar with the series. Goldfinger is widely considered to be the Connery era at its absolute highest of highs. So we'll see how that holds up when watched today. So again, thank you so much for watching, and this is Bob signing off.